What is happening, guys, and welcome to the Greed Feed. Now today I just wanted to do a quick little video, kind of give you guys a bit of an idea of kind of what I've been buying recently. Obviously I do the massive unboxings when I get big orders coming in, but as I'm sure all of us do from time to time when I'm in the shops doing grocery shopping or something like that, I just go have a bit of a browse, bit of a window shop, and sometimes if I see something that takes my fancy, I'll grab it. So today I just kind of wanted to go through a few things that I've gotten recently and kind of just share them with you. So the first thing is I was in EB Games the other day and they had a bit of a section of pops on sale. They had a couple that were buy two get one free, and they also had a couple of half price pops. Now unfortunately most of these pops I already did have, or just ones I didn't really want to collect, but there was one that caught my eye that I really wanted, and I just hadn't ordered him yet. We've got Karl Mordo from Doctor Strange. So I've got Ancient One and Calicius, I think it is, the evil guy from Doctor Strange, in an order coming. But I've also got my eye out for the San Diego Comic-Con Doctor Strange pop. The reason I didn't get him when I first came out is I've never been a fan of Doctor Strange. I've never really looked into the character or know much about him. So when the movie came out in cinemas, it's actually one of the few Marvel movies that I didn't go and see in the cinemas. I just waited until it came out on DVD. I grabbed the DVD and I actually really like the characters. I really like the story. I think it's really cool. So I had to go out and buy the pops, and I don't just want to buy a normal Doctor Strange. You guys know me. I don't really like having a lot of variants. So I'm just keeping my eyes peeled and fingers crossed that I can find a San Diego Comic-Con Doctor Strange for pretty cheap. I found one or two here and there and people have beat me to them, but just all about that long game and that patience when it comes to getting some good pops at good prices. But I thought I'd grab Karl Mordo to add to Ancient One and Calcius when they come, which is actually coming in order. Unfortunately I haven't had many unboxings for you guys. I did a massive order with the company, and for reasons I won't say who the company is, but unfortunately it's been quite a long time. I've talked to them, it's all sorted, it's getting shipped out hopefully in the next couple of days, but it's taken a lot longer than I expected it to, so I'm terribly sorry I haven't an unboxing for you guys. But hopefully in the next coming weeks I've got that order. I've got two other orders coming. I'll get my Star Wars Celebration order, so hopefully we'll have heaps of unboxings for you guys on the channel, and heaps of pop vinyl stuff. And yeah, really excited about those orders coming, but I thought I'd grab that. I was also, at the same time in EB Games, they had like a 2 for sale. So I grabbed a really cool Horizon Zero Dawn t-shirt, which unfortunately I don't have to show you guys because it's actually in the wash. But with the 2 for sales at EB Games, you can always mix and match. So they have like a 2 for 20, 2 for 50. So if you get a 2 for 20 and a 2 for 50 and you mix them, you pay $25 for that one item and $10 for the other. So I did that, and I got Bloodborne on PS4 for actually, I think it was like 20 bucks. I think it was a 2 for 40, which is really cheap. A game that I really wanted to play when it first came out, but at the same time I knew it was really very hard game because it's very kind of Dark Souls-esque, and I played the first Dark Souls and I really enjoyed it, but it was very challenging and I had to put a lot of hours into it. So it was one of those games that I wasn't going to buy when it first came out. I was going to wait until it went on sale, and I saw it part of that 2 for sale, so I thought I'd grab it. So really excited to start on Bloodborne when I can get a chance. I'm still playing Horizon Zero Dawn and still absolutely loving it. So, but Bloodborne will be sitting there ready for me when I'm finished that. And then that same day, I actually had to go to another shopping center, and I walked into an EB Games and they were just unpacking pops as I walked in. And I saw this guy and I just had to grab him. We have Devil Jin from Tekken, guys. Now I am a huge Tekken fan. PS1 was probably the first real console that I spent a lot of hours on, and Tekken was one of those games I spent so many hours on Tekken. The Tekken pops are really cool. I've got a few of the other ones coming in one of those orders that I was talking about, but I had to get Devil Jin just because I didn't want him like selling out because he's really awesome. And when I saw him I was like, I have to grab him. I'll just order the rest later. So grabbed Devil Jin, super stoked about that. And that was pretty much all that I grabbed on that shopping trip. Now I'm a big believer in the whole community spirit when it comes to Funko and pop vinyls. It's one of the reasons I made this channel. And so I'm involved in a lot of the Facebook groups for the buy, sell, swap in Australia and stuff like that. And I love it, especially for me myself as an out-of-box collector. You can get some really good secondhand deals on those buy, sell, swap pages. And there was a guy that posted up a bunch of out-of-box pops the other day. He was selling them for $12 each, or I think 3 for $10. And there are a few ones that kind of interest me a little bit, but not really. And then I saw he had like a bigger pop, like a 6-inch type pop, that I really wanted. And I kind of like messaged him and said, hey, I'm really keen on this one. I'm also kind of keen on a few others. Like, what if I bought these 3, what would the price be? And he was like, $30. And I was like, are you serious? Like, he said, yeah, I said 3 for 10. I was like, oh, I was just, wondering because it's a big... He goes, no, it's involved in that. So if you want those 3, it's $30. So I jumped on that. So I'll show you those ones. They are out of box pops, obviously. But they were just ones that I never normally would have just grabbed. Like, they're just commons that have been out for a while and that I just haven't gotten around to getting. But I'm happy to add them to my collection for a cheap price. So first of all, we have Director Krennic from Rogue One. Again, like a cool pop. Really cool character. I loved his character in Rogue One. But one of those ones that I would just get eventually. I did that with a lot of pops. I always buy like the ones that I really like out of the series, and then I'll slowly start getting the rest of them, or sometimes I don't even get them at all, depending if I don't like the character or not. But he was a cool character, and because he was part of that, I thought I'd get him as well. Now this next one, guys, will kind of give you a hint as to what the bigger one is, maybe. So we got Oola from Star Wars. I believe it's Return of the Jedi. So she's the slave girl that is before Leia, before when Leia gets captured. And if you guys know anything about Star Wars, you will know exactly what this third pop is. And the third pop I got, guys, is the Rancor. Now, he is a sweet looking pop. Really good details on all of his sculpt work there. The paint's really good. It's kind of patchy, but it's like, that's what you expect from the Rancor. If you guys can see that pretty well. I've wanted this guy for a while. So he comes in a 3-pack with Oola and also Luke Skywalker, with like a bone in his hand. Obviously the bone that he like smashes the control panel that drops the door on the Rancor to kill it. But I think the 3-pack's like $60-$70, and I didn't really care much about the Skywalker variant, and all I was kind of like, I don't really care. It was a character that was in the movie for like 5 minutes, so didn't really bother me if I got that or not. But when I saw it for out of box for $10, I was like, I have to have it. Saves me buying the whole thing just for the Rancor. But yeah, he is awesome. Really awesome. Just really glad to be adding that to my little Star Wars collection. Now, while I was out that way, I actually picked it up from the guy, and it was kind of on a different side of town to me that I usually kind of go shopping at and stuff like that. So there's a big shopping center out there. I thought I'd go have a check there. One of my mates works out there as well, so I thought I'd go see him and catch up with him for a bit. And while I was there, the center that I went to has a Zing, and I thought I'd just pop my head in and just kind of see what they had. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan, and I've been looking for this for like 3 weeks hard out. I've been after work, going to shopping centers, checking stock, making sure I can try and find it, and I've been unsuccessful. And the one time that I wasn't even really looking for him, I found him. And I'm talking about the Mr. Meeseeks Chase, guys. This baby is now in my collection. I'm so stoked that I was able to get him. I'm not a big fan on these new 1-in-6 chases the Funko are doing. I just think they're kind of overkilling the whole chase. And they say it's because having a chase is fun. I think it's just shit, to be honest, because it's just making them a lot harder to come by. It's also creating a lot of tension within the community about people are buying them and flipping them, or buying them and trading them for chases they want. So it's making this usually is a kind of pop that would be a variant of some sort, maybe an exclusive, Hot Topic exclusive, or a Walgreens exclusive or something like that. Usually we'd get it here in Australia as a common. So having it as a chase and having it as something that's a little bit more desirable than just an exclusive or a common, it's making it very difficult for actual collectors to try and find these. The problem with that is because these things have a market value in Australia of about $50, $60, people are buying these even though they don't give a shit about the character to trade up to try and get either vaulted pops or a chase of a character that they want. So I was finding it really difficult trying to secure this guy, because I've seen people buy, like, go to different stores and buy 2 or 3 of the same one and try and flip them or trade them or whatever you want to call it. I don't 100% agree with it. I understand why it happens and it's part of the pop community, so I'm not going to have a cry over it. I was actually thinking about ordering a case of these of Mr. Meeseeks so I can get a chase, because I just wanted it because it's a cool variant. But I managed to get him, so I don't have to spend that extra money, which I'm glad about. And we will open him up, because you guys know me, I'm an out-of-box collector. The box is a bit, I guess, it's not jacked up, it's got a few little marks on it that some collectors probably wouldn't like. Maybe that's why it was there, maybe that's why I was able to get him. So if that's the case, then I'm happy with that. Well, we've got Mr. Meeseeks Chase. So it's when he's angry and he's got his little handgun there. I don't know how well you guys can see his handgun. I just love this episode. It's like my favorite Rick and Morty episode. It's like there's something so hilarious and trivial about the fact that they can like solve Summer and like Summer's problem and stuff, but they can't solve fucking Jerry's golf game. Like, just something purely brilliant about that whole scene. And obviously this chase variant is when the first Mr. Meeseeks is kind of loses the plot and is sick of trying to teach Jerry how to be better at golf, and just thinks that killing him is just an easier solution. Which again, you know, it's its own kind of humor. If you guys haven't seen Rick and Morty, I definitely recommend it. I just love the humor in it. It's fucking absolutely brilliant. But I'm so glad I was able to get that. And so I went off and I was like, it was weird. When I was buying it, I felt like I was almost doing something wrong. I saw it and I lost my shit in the store, and I was just like, shit. I was like, I had it in my hand and I felt like I felt like someone could still take it from me, so I had to go buy it quickly. So I like quickly ran to the counter and bought it, and I was just so chuffed. And so I went off and went to see my mate, and I was sitting down with him having some lunch, and he works for EB Games, and he was sitting down with one of the guys that works at Zing, at the Zing that I just bought this from. And we were just having a chat about chases and pops and everything, and he was like, oh, I saw you, you know, you got the Mr. Meeseeks, that's awesome. He was like, did you see any of the other ones? And I was like, what? Did you say other ones? No, you correctly there? And he's like, yeah, we got a few in this morning. They're probably gone, but he's like, I'm surprised that Mr. Meeseeks was there. And I was like, I'm surprised it was too. I got there at like maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it was still there. So I was just like really over the moon that it was there. And he was like, oh yeah, I think we got some Stranger Things ones in as well. And I was like, no, I didn't even think to look. I was so preoccupied trying to get this Mr. Meeseeks chase, I didn't even look at the rest of the pop wall. So I kind of like sped walk a little bit back through the shopping center to Zing, and I really wanted the Demogorgon chase. It's what I've been looking for. Actually, I want both of them, but Demogorgon one was what I really wanted. And I was like searching through the Demogorgons, and there's no chase there. And I was like, oh, bummer. And then I saw out of the corner of my eye, right at the back of the wall, there was a chase sticker. And I got 11 with Eggo's chase, where she's wearing her wig. Now, anyone that's seen Stranger Things, I'm sure will agree with me. This show is awesome. It's really like 80s sci-fi nostalgia. I say nostalgia, I wasn't even born then, but I grew up on a lot of like older sci-fi kind of things. My brother and sister were both born in the 80s, so a lot of like my, I guess, influences in terms of what I like and stuff has come from them. And they spent a lot of time watching like your old school kind of sci-fi horror movies. So was so glad when I could get 11 with Eggo's chase. I haven't bought any of the other Stranger Things ones yet, but they're definitely on my list. They're just one of those series that I'll get to them eventually, but they're not. I've got other series that I'm prioritizing at the moment. I'm really trying to get Star Wars done. Not done, but like I'm really into Star Wars at the moment. Pretty much, I'm trying to get a lot of the ones that I haven't bought already. So we have 11 with Eggo's chase, with her little wig on. Really cool little pop. I'm just super glad that I was able to find this. I was like, when he said, oh, did you not see the other ones? My heart like sank. I was like, don't tell me I just like missed out on a chase that I wanted, because I was so preoccupied with getting Mr. Meeseeks. So when I got back there and she was still there, I kind of like had a little sigh of relief. And yeah, like there's only 4 chases out at the moment that I want, and I just got 2 of them this weekend, so I'm just absolutely fucking stoked with that. And that's pretty much it for everything today, guys. Pretty long video, so if you're still with me at this point, thank you very much for watching. I also want to do a massive shout out to any of my new subscribers. I've hit, last time I checked, like 35 subscribers, I think it was, so really happy with that. I was happy when I got to 20, so the fact that I just keep growing and growing, it really means a lot to me, guys. It really means a lot that I can see you guys coming back day in, day out, watching my videos. I just appreciate any of the support that you guys are giving me. And as always, yeah, just thank you so much. While we're still on that note, guys, I will be doing my Road to 100 subscribers giveaway when I hit 50 subscribers. So pretty much there'll be a kind of a... I'll be showing you guys what the giveaway is and getting you guys to kind of share my page around, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook. And then once I hit 100 subscribers, I'll be announcing what the giveaway is, and we'll be doing a contest to get you into that giveaway. I'll have more details on that in a completely separate video when we get there, guys. But if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe channel, guys, if you're new here. If you love this kind of haul video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. I might do a few more of them in the future. And as always, guys, if you have some friends that are YouTubers and love this kind of content, make sure to share my page with them. Try and get me to that 50 mark so then we can do the giveaway. And yeah, I'm just really excited about kind of growing with you guys and having more of a conversation with you guys. I love conversing on YouTube and talking about all things kind of geeky and gamer with you guys. That's it from me today, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I shall catch you guys next time.